begin our Newbery reading project, we begin with the book One Crazy Summer, written by Rita Williams Garcia. The students read this book and retell the story after they've selected the important chapters that they would like to include. This is retold by the students of Miss Gray's 4th grade classroom, 2013-2014.
Cautious clay clouds. Fawnetta, Delphine, and Fern are going to their mother's home. They do not remember her very much, or actually at all, and they are hoping she'll be nice and beautiful, but you never know. By L.S.
Secret Agent Mother. Fern, Vanetta, and Delphine landed in Oakland and needed a nice mom. They wondered what she would be like. They later realized she is not a good mom. They also meet a large white person who gave them money, but Delphine refused because she couldn't take money from strangers. This person just laid it in her hand anyways, asking her if she knew when people were being nice. Delphine just puts on her dumb doo-doo face and goes with it, giving the money to her sisters. By Ethan.
Green Stucco House. Delphine, Fern, and Vanetta wanted a nice mother who lives in a nice house in a wonderful neighborhood. However, when they arrive, they discover their mother resides in a house that is covered in green stucco with a palm tree in the west corner of the front yard. So they stay with her for the night. Then everyone was hungry, so their mother took the girls' money and directed them to Mean Lady Ming's restaurant.
Mean Lady Ming's. As Delphine, Fern, and Vanetta settle with their mother in her home, Fern is whining because she is hungry and wants food. Cecile points them in the direction of Ming's restaurant. Upon arriving, they order large shrimp, noodles, and drinks. The owner gives them free egg rolls. By Caroline.
Collect call. Delphine, Fern, and Vanetta had to collect coins to call their Pa and Big Ma. They kept all of the change from their food money when they had coins to call. They went to the phone booth and called. Afterwards, Cecile wanted to know if Delphine was aware of how much it cost to call their father. Delphine was confused because she did what her pa had instructed. He said to call. By Brenna.
For the people. Fern, Vanetta, and Delphine have been shoved into their room by Cecile. There are 3 Black Panthers at the door. The girls turn into expert spies and listen intently at the conversation. The 3 Black Panthers seem to be arguing with Cecile. It almost sounds like a rap war. For the people, they keep repeating. Fine, finally grunts Cecile. The girls were confused and wondered what this meant. By Emily. Inseparable. Delphine, Fawnetta, and Fern were all getting hungry. Luckily, Cecile invites them to go to the People Center if they were hungry. Delphine was a bit upset that Cecile was not joining them. However, they went anyway. By Ella M.
Breakfast program. Somebody came up to Delphine, Fern, and Vanetta and told Fern that she was a baby. Delphine wanted Crazy Calvin to leave her alone, but he didn't, so the sisters ignored Calvin and left with Fern. By Tia.
Crazy Mother Mountain. After the breakfast program, Delphine, Vanetta, and Fern stayed at the park as long as possible. They found themselves hungry and went home whether Cecile, their mother, liked it or not. They walked into the house and Cecile brought out the menu of Mean Lady Ming's. Delphine wanted to know why the Black Panthers called her Angela. Cecile explained that it's a poet's name.
The girls wondered if they could change their name whenever they wanted. Afterwards, the girls asked her a million questions. By Corinne.
Everyone knows the King of the Sea. Delphine was upset that her name meant dolphin and didn't think it was a real name for a person. So she went to the library and scouted for a dictionary. When she located it, she looked and looked through the D section for girls' names. She found it. It was the same spelling in 2 syllables. Delphine. By Michael.
Coloring in Lala. Delphine, Fern, and Vonetta were at the station coloring. When Vonetta joins another girl, things go bad. The other girl asked what was wrong with her sister. Vonetta explained that nothing was wrong with Fern, she just liked carrying Miss Patty Cakes, her doll. They went to their house to drop off Vonetta because she didn't want to go to Ming's. When they returned, they went back to the room and saw Miss Patty Cakes with a black magic marker. While Fern and Delphine were gone, Vonetta had colored Miss Patty Cakes black. Fern screamed and cried, but soon overcame the change in Miss Patty Cake. By Nicholas.
Big Red S. That night, Fern complained about her aching stomach. They all had a hard time and couldn't sleep for a while. The next morning, they all went to the center for food. They received 1 onion, 2 potatoes, and other items in a Safeway grocery bag. Arriving home, the girls gave the bag to their mother, Cecile. By Hunter.
Rally for Bobby. Delphine learns about Bobby Hutton. When the police raid the Black Panther's car, they run into a house for cover. Bobby Hutton comes out nearly naked to show that he is unarmed. The police shoot him multiple times anyway. After hearing this story, Delphine decides she and her sisters are not going to attend the rally because she fears they will be shot. By Quentin.
Movable type. Delphine wanted to cook in Cecile's kitchen, but Delphine couldn't touch Cecile's work. So Delphine cooked quietly and did not disturb Cecile's work. Cecile finally let Delphine help with her work. By Emily.
San Francisco treat. Delphine, Vern, and Vanetta wanted to go down to the beach, but Cecile wouldn't let them, so they went to the city pool. While they were in the pool, they didn't think about the coralline that was in the water, and their hair became knotted. Since Delphine didn't have a curling iron, she never thought about Cecile having one, so their hair was knotted up all day. By Brandon.
Wish We Had a Camera. By Brady K. Delphine, Fern, and Vanetta wanted to go to San Francisco as a vacation to get away from the careless mother, Cecile. While they were in San Francisco, they were being treated weirdly by strangers, and they had forgotten to get something for Cecile. The girls felt badly about this because Cecile gave them the money. As the green stucco house came into sight, the girls saw police cars all around with their mother in chains.
The Clark sisters. After seeing Cecile be driven away, Fern, Vonetta, and Delphine entered Cecile's green stucco house to see letters and papers thrown all over the floor. Delphine actually started to feel a little sympathy for Cecile, even though her mother had been keeping secrets from them. Now they realize they will need to manage on their own, or they will have to return home. By Amira.
I Birthed the Nation. Delphine has a lot of work to do. She's had to clean the kitchen. She took out the chair legs that had scattered all over the floor and threw them in the trash. There she saw a movable typewriter while cleaning up. It was like the one in Cecile's poem. By Christian. Glorious Hill. Delphine was reading, but Vonetta and Fern were playing tag with Hirohito. They tried to convince Delphine to ride Hirohito's scooter, but she wouldn't ride it. Finally, they convinced Delphine to ride the scooter. Delphine did not like it, but she eventually enjoyed it until she hit a mountainous hill. She screamed as she went down the hill. She finally met Hirohito at the bottom of the mountainous hill. Delphine was happy to be off the scooter. By Josiah.
The Third Thing.
Delphine, Fern, and Vanetta are at the park when they were to perform at the rally. They wanted the play to be good, but Vanetta was too nervous to perform. Delphine kicks Vanetta to get her back to her old self, and the play is saved. By PJ.
So, after reciting I Birthed a Nation, the girl spotted Cecile standing in a crowd with a long smile across her face, and she finally called Fern by her real name, not just little girl. Fern and Vanetta are making fun of Delphine because they know that Delphine likes a boy, but she acts like she does not. By Shane.
Afua. Delphine, Fern, Vanetta, and Cecile are in a taxi going to the airport. Fern is grumpy because her real name is Afua. She is mad because Delphine and Vanetta are teasing her. They were about to board the plane when suddenly Fern busted from the line to give Cecile a big hug. The other two followed. By Austin.
Thank you to our narrators.
Ella S.,
Ethan,
Nathan,
Caroline,
Brenna,
Emily,
Ella M,
Tia,
Corinne,
Michael,
Nicholas,
Hunter,
Quentin.
Emma,
And Molly.
Brandon, Brady, Amira,
Christian,
Josiah,
PJ.